Tennessee football lost 2 players to Colorado in the transfer portal just yesterday. John Slaughter and Larry Johnson III both ended up going to Colorado. So, is Deion Sanders targeting Tennessee? That is the question. First, let's play a little hot or cold. Hot or cold brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning. Integrity matters. 50 years in East Tennessee. CityHeatandAir.com. We're going to name all the examples of Colorado landing Tennessee guys. And I want to ask you up front if this is evidence of them targeting Tennessee specifically or if they were just going after similar guys. So let's get started. First, John Slaughter. Colorado landing John Slaughter for Tennessee. Is this them targeting the Vols? Absolutely, it's them targeting the Vols. They are targeting the Vols. I'm going to explain why soon enough, but yes, they are targeting the Vols with John Slaughter. They want him specifically for a specific reason. Larry Johnson III. Larry Johnson III, again, yes, they are targeting the Vols with this. They specifically wanted Larry Johnson III, and I'm going to break down why soon enough. But yes, Larry Johnson III, I am hot on that. It is specifically about them going after a Tennessee player. Jordan Seaton, a couple of years ago, the 5-star that was down to Tennessee and Colorado and committed to Colorado. I don't think that was a targeting move. I think that they just realized they could land him, and they did everything they could to get him. I don't think they were targeting Tennessee with him. That was just a top recruit. Anybody would have gone for him. Kadon Salter. Kadon Salter is an interesting one. Now, Kadon Salter did play at Tennessee and got kicked off and has since transferred to Colorado. He transferred at the end of 2024. Was this a move to target Tennessee? I'm going to say no. Kadon Salter has balled out at Liberty, whatever you think of him, after getting dismissed by Josh Heupel. He's a dual threat quarterback. He threw for 40 touchdowns in 2023, not targeting. Martavius French, who spent his first year at Tennessee in 2020 and then went to UT San Antonio before going to Colorado. No, not targeting. Martavius French, that was just Colorado trying to beef up its roster. Even though it is a Memphis kid who was at Tennessee, Martavius French, not targeting. One more player that's an example of potential targeting. First, hot or cold, brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning.
Hi, Mike Davis here with City Heating and Air, reminding you to always dare to compare. Our team provides quality local heating and air service, installation, and maintenance across East Tennessee. We use only the best equipment like American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning for your residential, new construction, or commercial needs. Honesty, dependability, and customer satisfaction have been the cornerstones of our business since 1961. City Heat and Air.
Dare to compare.
And finally, Boo Carter. Was that Colorado targeting Tennessee? Boo Carter has not flipped to Colorado, but Colorado recruited him heavily on the trail in 2024 after he flirted with them. And then I think they did try to contact him last offseason. Was that targeting? Yes. Yes, that was major targeting because Boo Carter was part of what made Tennessee a sexy brand that they thought they would have with Nico Iamaleava, and they ended up not having it. So that's why they would have targeted Boo Carter. So yes, the Buffaloes right now are targeting Tennessee, and they have in the past. So why is Colorado targeting Tennessee? Why specifically? They're not taking a shot at Tennessee specifically. This is Colorado trying to separate themselves from the rest of the NCAA with Coach Prime. And let me explain why. And this is the crazy Caleb conspiracy maybe, but I still think I'm right. Deion Sanders has consistently pushed the idea of breaking a lot of the rules that kind of come with college football, some good, some bad. Obviously, pushing Shedeur Sanders breaking all the rules hurt him in the draft, but that doesn't mean they're going to change. College football in general was upset about the NIL marketplace. Because of that, after Nico asked for $4 million and Tennessee said, nope, sorry, we're not giving you that, and then he hit the portal, they thought they could get it from another school, and no school offered him even close to that. No school, I believe, offered him $2 million. There was no collusion going on, like schools emailing each other, let's all not offer this player. But I do think there was a thought among the schools' heads of saying this is a bad precedent if we offer him this, so we're not going to offer it. Now, Colorado didn't have the money to offer Nico, I don't think, given what else they were trying to give, and I think they had what they needed at quarterback anyway, so it wasn't worth it. Even if they had the money, it wasn't worth it to sacrifice their other NIL talent. So Nico goes to UCLA. All of a sudden, the NIL market is reset. It's looking like a message is sent to players. Guys, you can negotiate for money, but you can't negotiate for that much, and don't overplay your hand. I think Deion Sanders is going after Larry Johnson and John Slaughter to send a message to say, and got them to say, Tennessee may have screwed Nico, but guys, I won't screw you, Tennessee players. I won't screw you over. I will let you overplay your hand. Now, they won't. It'll blow up in Colorado's face if they're not careful. But this is Deion Sanders going all in on the sizzle early to see if he can make a splash and even generate more NIL revenue. He's basically playing the game of Tennessee did Nico wrong. That's a bad culture. And then he's going to target Tennessee players for that to send a message to the college football world to say that while other teams aren't looking out for you, I will as Deion Sanders, and I'll make sure you get your bag. He wants that perception out there, and that is why Colorado went for Tennessee players. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? You guys let me know if I'm crazy on that. Now, I'm going to add it. I'm going to put it up as a poll question. Why is NIL Cash holding Tennessee? First, this poll question, and it's related to NIL. Why is NIL Cash holding Tennessee basketball back with some players? 12% say too many roster spots to fill. 12% say the Vols spent too much on Nate Ament. 20% say they're more focused on football spending, but 56% say they are overstretched in NIL funds. That should give you an idea of just how crazy people think this NIL funding is, because I mean, I think they're right. That's the 56%. So with that out of the way, why did Colorado sign two Tennessee transfers this week? Deion they need the talent. That's one. Or Deion Sanders is targeting the Vols. You guys let me know about that. Why did Colorado sign two Tennessee transfers this week? They need the talent, or Deion Sanders is targeting the Vols? I'm just going to be honest, guys. I think Deion Sanders is targeting the Vols, and I think he's targeting the Vols over Nico Iamaleava. Now, people are joking about weed being legal there and Tennessee banning THC. I mean, look, I do think it's stupid that weed's not legal. You should absolutely legalize it in Tennessee, because I do think you could lose players long-term for that. I'll just be honest. But it's not like people weren't smoking weed before it was legal and aren't doing it in Tennessee now. But, I mean, I would say at the same time, look, take when you talk about that on the weed front, like, even if players are smoking it anyway, they'd rather do it at a place where it's legal, where it's easier to handle. That's just my thoughts. So I just don't think that it's smart for states that want to be big in college football to have weed be illegal right now. I just think I think that's a problem. As far as Colorado goes, will this make an impact? I mean, I don't know. It's Deion Sanders is all about narratives and making a splash. Some people are saying Joe Vol says Deion Sanders could care less about Tennessee football. Joe Vol, I disagree. I think not just Deion Sanders. I think a lot of people care about Tennessee football right now in different ways. Paul Feinbaum just reported that Josh Heupel may have bought himself some security just by the way he handled the Nico thing with a lot of coaches. Deion is here to buck all public convention on coaches. It's very possible that Deion Sanders is throwing a wrench in the college football goal of taking power back away from players. Okay, that's what this kind of sounds like. And with that in mind, guys, don't sleep on the fact that Tennessee is going to get targeted by Deion and maybe some other schools that are not as loyal to the NIL front. I mean, heck, UCLA, who are they led by? They're led by Deshaun Foster right now, a former NFL player, played in the Super Bowl, really cut his ties in the NFL, and was a graduate assistant or position coach, running backs coach for 7 years, collecting a check. I don't think his heart and soul is in college football specifically. I don't think there's any thought that his heart and soul is in college football specifically. So I honestly think that he doesn't, I don't think he has any problem with spending NIL funds to get players and overspending if possible and making a splash against other players. So it's just Deion and Colorado have more money and support to do it. So no, I do think they're trying to send a message. And if they have another level of success, particularly in the Big 12, where it could happen, watch out. Because I really think Colorado, guys, is going to go after even more Tennessee players if they can and if they think they bring some value to the program. Jacoby Thomas is still in the transfer portal right now. He's looking at other schools. Don't sleep on Colorado trying to target specific Tennessee players who could be very, very, very successful for Colorado if Colorado lands them. I think that we're really underrating this. We talked about a couple of years ago, was Colorado targeting Tennessee? And I thought, yes, at that time they were. That's specifically where the Boo Carter thing came from. But I think that's because Tennessee had all the sizzle with the Josh Heupel success with Hendon Hooker and then Nico Iamaleava coming. Now I think Colorado's targeting Tennessee because of the Nico Iamaleava debacle, and they're trying to separate themselves from the rest of the college football world.